Super FOBs. They're the idea of creating the ultimate defensive position by constructing a massive network of fortifications and weapons emplacements around a FOB radio and its associated HAB. They're a controversial topic among the squad community because they have a seductive appeal to players who imagine holding an epic last stand against wave after wave of enemy attacks. And yet, their actual utility tends to be limited by the fact that they're only useful if they're on a relevant part of the map, which in a typical squad match, the objectives tend to change fast enough that a super FOB will become obsolete by the time it's finished its arduously long construction process, taking up thousands of supplies that could have been dedicated elsewhere more useful. And even if a super FOB does come into play, their ability to withstand a concentrated enemy attack is limited by the destructive power of artillery, as well as the 90-meter proxy radius of a HAB from an enemy 9-man squad, limiting the defender's respawns. So while super FOBs seem like a pretty cool, fun idea, they're not really a good idea. But what if we created a game mode tailor-made for super FOB gameplay? What if we got together 100 players and gave one team 10 minutes of freedom to construct the super FOBs of their dreams before the attackers then had 1 hour to take it down? So welcome to the 7th Ranger Regiment's Super FOB Friday, where we host a private internal event where the entire point is for one team to construct the best Super FOB that they can. Today's Super FOB Friday is set on Sanctioned Islands with the fantastic Global Escalation mod. There are 3 objectives in today's event: Objective Blue, Objective Red, and Objective Yellow, with the defending team having to place and protect a radio in each of the 3 objective areas. It's the attacking team's goal to destroy as many of the radios as possible. Once they've been destroyed, they are permanently gone and cannot be replaced. Today, I'm playing as an infantry squad leader on the defending Russian Special Forces team. I'll be working in concert with our team commander, Kolkumber, our other infantry SLs, Katzmer, Fuzzball, and Smokeshank, our armor SLs, Yaboy Tan and TX Assassin, our logistics squad leader, Utred, and our helo pilot, J Provo. Since there were not 1 but 3 objective locations our team had to defend, the battle plan we developed was as follows. We figured that defending all 3 objectives would stretch us a little too thin, making us vulnerable to a concentrated enemy force that hit each objective in sequence. We also noted the following attributes about each objective area. Objective Yellow is an island, and extremely difficult to take when fortified and competently defended. As a result, it wasn't likely to be the enemy's first target. Objective Blue is close to the defending team's main base, and the furthest away from the attacking teams. Objective Red, meanwhile, was clearly the most vulnerable to attack, with several overland avenues of approach available to an attacking force, and was likely to be the first target hit. As a result of this analysis, we decided to deploy the bulk of our team's infantry, 3 squads, on Objective Red. Meanwhile, Kolkumber's command squad and 1 other infantry squad would occupy Objective Yellow and prepare it as our team's last stand Alamo. This would leave Objective Blue with almost no defenses, but we would strategically place the radio there to make it difficult to find, in the hopes it would manage to survive until after Objective Red fell and our team shifted to defend Objective Blue. My squad was one of the infantry squads assigned to Objective Red. So let's zoom into Objective Red. Our map-wide analysis predicted that this would be the first battlefield of the match. The objective itself is a clearing located on an elevated plateau. It has a beach leading to a sheer cliff face to its west, dense forest to its north, east, and south, with a single winding road leading up from the south. This meant that there were 3 major avenues of approach for the enemy. First, there was a bridge to the south, which the enemy could cross to then assault the objective either through the southern forest or the southern road. Next was the western beach, where the enemy could attempt an amphibious landing, then proceed to attack the objective either from the north or south, but not directly from the west. Finally, there was a harbor to the east where the enemy could attempt a landing, after which they could proceed through this town and assault the eastern forested plateau. We assessed that the most likely enemy avenue of approach was the southern bridge and the forest and road leading up to Objective Red. To counter such an attempt, we deployed an infantry squad led by Fuzzball. Their job would be to conduct a forward defense to prevent the enemy from crossing the southern bridge or otherwise delay them through a defense in depth. To the north would be deployed an infantry squad led by Katzmer. They were responsible for providing security to the north and east in case the enemy attempted to attack by either of those routes. The third and final infantry squad on Objective Red was my own. We were deployed in a central location directly on the objective. We would be the core defense squad responsible for protecting the objective radio. The radio would be nestled against this rock outcropping and sandwiched by an observation tower. This would minimize its exposure to enemy mortar fire. A solid barrier of HESCO walls would serve as a blocking obstacle on the southern road, preventing any enemy vehicles from using it to access the objective area. A metric ton of barbed wire would be scattered throughout the southern forest to disrupt and delay any enemy infantry attacking through that route. And finally, a HESCO wall would be built along the objective's entire western border. This wall would protect Objective Red from enemy vehicles positioned on the neighboring southwestern island, observing and engaging it with direct fire. So those were the plans we came up with, and you're probably curious how things actually played out during the event. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Matt, if you're driving, when phase 1 starts, go ahead and take me to my move mark. I don't want to bore you by showing you the entire build phase of this event. You've already seen much of it in the background footage while I was describing our planned fortifications. I'll summarize by saying that we completed all of the projects that I outlined without issue. It was a lot of shoveling for my squad, but honestly, that's pretty accurate as far as real-world infantry life goes, particularly for defensive operations. Okay, phase 2 is live.
You might want to check that, Dan. Open over there, like on to our north side.
Yeah, I see. It would be a while before the attacking team got anywhere near Objective Red, so I continued to expand our fortifications. In particular, I extend the western HESCO wall into a full 360-degree perimeter. Keep building up this wall, keep extending it around behind us. I also post an observation post to pull security over our western flank. Okay, weaponized arthritis, I want you to find an elevated position, maybe the ops tower, and just keep eyes out to the southwest. Make sure nobody is coming at us from the southwest. However, I will mostly be relying on the other squads and command comms to keep track of enemy movements, in particular Fuzzball squad and the armor squads. Buzz, just let me know if you take contact so I can get ready.
Copy. We agent 2 labs and 2 other lodges.
I also pull a squad member up north to place a rally point. It will serve as a backup spawn point. Epic Eggplant, can you come with me, please?
Alright, 2 armored Vics, looks like AVPs going far east side.
Probably just doing back cap, I would guess, but let's keep an eye on them just in case.
Now we can get back to work. It will also act as an early warning system, as any enemy moving within 30 meters of the rally will cause it to be destroyed, acting as a sort of proximity trigger.
And then just begin running supplies up to the front lines.
Dan, so they can get in.
Copy
Yeah,
that, well done.
I saw that. Good shit.
Good shit, thank you.
My squad made quick work of constructing the HESCO perimeter wall, and we still had some time before the enemy arrived. So I tell my squad to start creating a last stand position around the radio itself. Alright guys, so here's the plan. So our radio is what matters. That's what we need to defend. We're going to hold a defense, but the ultimate final stand that we have is going to be where that ops tower is.
And I don't think he's moved.
We're going to build a little ring of defenses here. Good work, man. I like these sandbags. As it turns out, my fire team leaders exercised some excellent initiative and were already constructing fortifications around the radio. It's good to see my FTLs embracing their roles as small unit leaders rather than just being another guy who can place down marks on the map. Our pilot, Jay Provo, has been feeding our construction efforts with constant supply flights, so I give him a thumbs up in appreciation.
Alright, toes reloading now.
You need some sandbags or whatever.
Whole infantry squad spotted C10.
Copy.
Fuzzball, leading the squad defending the bridge to the south, reports enemy infantry on the south side of the bridge. This prompts me to close up our HESCO wall perimeter and prepare for battle. Yeah, I'll plug it.
We don't have to run around in order to get on top.
Yeah, copy, I'm coming.
Can you dig this up?
Is there an LZ there?
Smoke or
It isn't long before one of my OPs spots enemy vehicles and infantry taking up positions on the southwest island.
Provo, do you have that building you right now? Oh shit, no I don't. Affirm. Yeah, I can
Where's the
run.
Vic?
No, you're good, Just wondering.
Southwest, direct southwest, on the next rocks. Infantry behind him.
Right here?
Yep, infantry. And
Yeah, there's infantry there as well, yeah.
A enemy AVP and infantry spotted on squad 7 move mark. It looks like the enemy is staging vehicles and infantry on the southwest island to try and engage us on objective red from a distance. And in just a few moments, I indeed become extremely grateful for the existence of our western HESCO wall.
taking fire. The marksman has seen me. There you go.
Okay. Feel free to engage, but don't let them kill you.
There it is.
There's something else there.
Yep, this is squad 7. We're taking fire from the AVP, the LAV,
There's another Vic somewhere in the back.
from those Vics at Bravo 9. Stay low, guys. Don't let them kill you.
I'm suppressed hard in this observation tower.
I maneuver to try and safely get eyes on the enemy vehicles so I can pass on their exact locations to our team.
I gotta get up south star.
They just took out the ammo crate.
That's okay, I can rebuild that. I initially struggled to get direct eyes on the enemy, but I am shortly able to spot one of the enemy LAV 25s. Alright, LAV on my observe.
AVP is moving west.
Enemy LAV on squad 7 observe.
Just gonna hit out the op star.
I'm gonna scout the backside of this island chain here, make sure they're not sneaking around. There's Canada, straight south of yellow.
Get down, he sees us. I very narrowly avoid catching a 25 by 137mm shell to the face there, so I decide that I should lay low for a while. Unfortunately, enemy fire starts raining down from the skies as well. Enemy helo is overflying red right now. Door gunner is firing. Guys, everybody get behind cover. He's strafing us with the door guns.
846. Infantry.
As Fuzzball reports an enemy bridge assault to the south, I begin placing indirect fire shelters to provide us with overhead protection. I'm putting down some indirect fire shelters. Built these up, guys. Built these up. My men, including Dragon Rider from Katzmer's squad, attempt to engage the enemy armor with anti-tank weapons.
Lord have mercy.
We are simply outgunned by the superior optics and firepower of the enemy vehicles.
One more load. Give me an ammo in between and then one more load to build. Alright.
Dragon, I see him. Hey, do you see that?
Two labs over there on the southwest side.
I see the lab, don't worry. I
Okay,
got a
alright, just making sure.
clear back glass. Rock it out.
672. How are you guys feeling on red?
No entry engagement, just vehicle shooting park.
Okay.
I'm down. I'm on the side of the. I'm on our side.
Medics, make sure you guys are reviving. Drag them away from the wall before you try and
Even managed to
revive
enter
them though.
labs.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a double layer of HESCO walls here.
Ooh, I'm gonna get down. He's gonna shoot my ass. 300, 400.
And in a moment of creative inspiration, I decide to place down a second layer of HESCO walls facing to the west. I hope that the double layer will create enough distance between the detonating autocannon rounds and anybody standing on the inner layer to protect them from the blast, if not really from the suppression effect.
Hey, he's above my depression.
A couple of you guys come over here and dig up these double HESCO walls I put up.
Out and then you
I have no clue if this will work, but we have a lot of extra build supply and nothing to do but sit here and get shot at, so I figured that it was worth a try. That'll hopefully just give us extra protection from that blast.
I'm having my hat and lat shoot at him.
Glass fucked off. I got no eyes on him.
Labs are disengaging from the southwest.
The enemy vehicles cease fire and begin moving northwards. Katzmer surmises that they may attempt an amphibious landing next due to the direction of their movement.
General consensus seems north for the movement.
The HESCO walls in the layer behind you will be the same height. In the meantime, Dragon Rider, the hat gunner, informs me he hit the 2 Lav 25s that were shooting at us with 1 hat round each. Let me see if I can get eyes on them. What's the bearing?
I hit 2 of them, so they're both fucking off.
So you hit each one of them once, yeah?
I hit 2 of them once. I can't confirm the first one because of the tree cover and range, but second one was a confirmed hit.
Roger that. I've got Dragon Rider over here playing hat kit. He says he hit 2 of the Lavs once each with the hat round.
We're getting a little bit of pressure on the bridge by infantry in C9.
Copy that, Fuzz. It isn't long before Fuzzball is again pressured by enemy infantry on the southern bridge. However, the enemy vehicles on the southwest island simultaneously reappear, and the enemy attack finally begins to develop. Alright guys, Squad 2 is taking pressure on the bridge to the south, so they are starting to press in on us.
Is this our mortars hitting the water?
We got
Enemy smoke mortars hitting the water west of Objective Red. On Squad 7 move mark. All the Lavs are over there too.
Get RPG out. I'll call, hey, range 220.
Bravo team, Bravo team, unless you are in the ops tower, I want you guys getting ready to engage west. The enemy attack consists of an amphibious assault to the west, concealed by a mortar-deployed smokescreen, and supported by a diversionary attack on the southern bridge. However, I check the map to see that there is almost nobody in a position to contest the western landing, and I immediately react to try and cover that gap. If you're AT, come with me. If you're AT, come with me. I had thought that Katzmer would shift over to cover that area, but I guess Katzmer had thought I would do the same after he told me of his suspicions. So this was more failure of communication rather than a strategic oversight.
I don't know if it's worth it though. How bad is it on Lab East?
Roger that.
By Navy Port.
Ooh, I hear it.
Alright, Lats, you're gonna shoot 1 shot each and then we're falling back. 1 shot each and we're falling back. We're gonna try and get some flanking shots. Aim for the turrets.
We now have an LAV.
One LAV on my observe. One LAV on my observe. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I see
Enemy infantry north.
Oh, okay.
Hit that lab if you can.
Katzmer, they're pushing our north. They're pushing red north. They're pushing red north on squad 7 observe. 1 LAV, full squad infantry.
Copy.
Unfortunately, I am too late. The enemy has successfully landed at least a Lav 25 and a squad of infantry north of Objective Red. So realizing that I will need to hold a forward defense to delay the enemy, I pull a medic to join me up north.
Marines down the hill, Marines down the hill.
I need 1 medic over here. Yep. Soup can, come over here and help revive.
Shit, I'm down.
Got a Vic crossed the way shooting at us.
Unfortunately, there is a second enemy vehicle in an overwatch position that cuts us down before we are able to engage. I respawn to see a mob of anti-tank players chasing down an enemy Lav 25 that had pushed into the objective from the north, but quickly decided to turn around when it was faced with our HESCO barriers.
Chase that bitch, chase that bitch.
1 LAV going north, guys.
Still moving northbound.
Second enemy LAV is operating north from red. I think it just hit a mine, blew up.
Did he hit the mine?
Yep, second Lav down.
The Lav 25 is destroyed by an anti-tank mine. So with that taken care of, I move my outer team back into the jungle to defend against any enemy infantry, while the rest of my squad stays back as an anchor on the radio. Only AT should be moving around. I want 1 medic to stay with the AT. That would be you, Soup.
I'm coming out to you.
No, Red, stay where you are. Everybody else on the point, stay where you are. Infantry 045.
Roger. Yep.
Enemy contact direct north, guys. Do you see those helmet markers?
Yep. By the bunker.
Full squad north, you squad 7.
North.
Heavy contact.
Yeah, north hard.
Fragging north,
That's
fragging
close.
north. Enemy infantry begins pushing in from the north, killing Dragon Rider. We respond with a volley of hand grenades, then lay in wait for the enemy.
I think they're re-engaging north side red harder.
Let them push us. Yeah, just wait for them.
Copy.
However, after an extended wait, we quickly learn that the enemy has other plans for us.
Looks like our LAV from yellow is wrapping around the south side to join
Alright, fall back. Everybody fall back.
You might get attacked from east side.
The enemy bombards our position with mortars, so I quickly withdraw my team out of the target area and occupy subsequent battle positions to the south. Hold here.
Roger 6.
Once in a covered position, I take the time to bandage myself before again laying in wait for the enemy. Alright, wait for them again here.
Copy.
I exchange fire with the enemy, but a combination of the suppression flinch effects and me rushing my shots causes most of my rounds to miss.
I'm gonna smoke it.
Changing mag. I need a bandage.
I'm here.
I rely on my medic, Epic Eggplant, to bandage me while I keep my gun ready to engage.
Two enemies dead.
Copy.
Smokes on the northern road. They're moving northeast now.
Care back last. I'm gonna try and tree burst him.
That was a GO.
Oh, fuck.
I'm down.
Right back to me.
Ah, fuck. I make the mistake of staying in one place for too long, and pay for it as a result. Colcumber radios in for a situation report, and I request at least an extra fire team of reinforcements to help me defend Objective Red.
Red, how are you doing? How's it feeling?
They're pushing the north of Red pretty hard right now.
Do you need reinforcement?
Yeah, I could probably use some help. At least a fire team.
Hey, firm.
As things stood, my northern defense was combat ineffective, so I order a respawn to get us back into the fight.
Careful.
I know, but he's saying I can't take that because it was an instant.
Yeah, they're around.
Sorry, Dan's not able to reinforce you.
It's all good, we're holding for now. Colcumber regretfully informs me that no reinforcements can be spared to help us out on Objective Red. However, Colcumber shortly realizes that we are getting pushed hard, so he tells Fuzzball to leave a token force on the southern bridge and move to help me in the main objective area.
They're pushing in, getting close to the Esco.
Okay.
Alright guys, make sure you guys are stopping them from pushing up.
Entire squad up to point proper. They are collapsing up there.
Copy. Next to you, Red Daddy.
However, with enemies breaching our HESCO wall and the situation becoming desperate, I'm uncertain if this will be enough.
They're on the northern Escos.
You're trying to shoot
on
me.
the radio.
Alright, we got enemies on the red radio, they're breaching. I respawn to find enemy mortars firing both smoke and high explosive rounds on top of our radio. So, I prep a grenade, then get ready to push in for a last-ditch effort.
Hey, firm. Viking confirms.
Eggplant, right to your left, basically.
Copy.
Heads up, Red. You have done gloriously.
In the scramble for the radio, I am given a love tap by a friendly. Unfortunate, but understandable, given the uniforms for these factions on the Global Escalation mod are nearly identical. Thankfully, Fuzzball's squad secures the radio, and Objective Red remains standing. All is forgiven. Ab's coming back up. Good work, Fuzz.
Good shit, thank you.
Having pinpointed our radio's location, the enemy begins to pound our radio with mortars. Fortunately, the radio's positioning and the sandwiching observation tower's protection render it very resilient to this treatment.
Fucking the right of the half.
Frag out northwest.
Hey, Smoke, how do you getting close to the Escos again?
Yeah, just make sure they can't push it.
The radio. Yeah, with that build, let's get a mortar up and fucking counter mortar him. He's marked in that field.
The enemy is also putting increasing pressure on our hab, so I keep part of my squad to defend it while the rest guard the radio.
Mortars are done, let's get that counter mortared.
Enemies 305 northwest.
Got some badge and mortars coming up west of half
Got
on
him.
red.
Good shit.
Got the guy by the Escoberry down.
Our position near the Hab also offers us good fields of fire, allowing us to thin out any enemies attempting to reach the radio.
I just got those again, motherfuckers.
We're sitting on top of power plant, I think. There's somewhere near
Bravo team, your job is the radio, so you guys stay near the radio and defend it. Everybody else, just take up positions, do what you've been doing. You're doing a great fucking job of holding this defense.
Their AAVC with the 50 cal knows.
Another enemy attack is signaled by a smoke screen covering the north side of the objective. More enemies come from the north on the Hesco wall.
They're crossing the C9 bridge hard.
I decide to start throwing grenades at the enemy. However, the range is a little far, so I rearm and run a little closer for a better throw.
1 down. 2 down.
Good shit, man. Holy fuck. I'm gonna
Thank
push
you.
up against that Hesco.
Okay, if you guys
They're still
lose
running
that
up, guys.
That is okay. You just respawn before lives get cut off. I will call the respawn time. Tell all you guys just to be ready so you can switch over to yellow. Armor, I'd say start giving up on red. Get yourself somewhat towards yellow now.
On the west side of the Escos.
They have crossed
Roger,
the bridge
pushing
to C9 completely.
At this point, the squad leaders are left with a critical decision to make. The rules of this event give the defending team infinite respawns until the last 10 minutes of the clock. After that point, the defenders' respawns are cut and the game effectively becomes a one-life event. The strategic decision we had to make was to gauge whether we could still hold Objective Red after the respawn cutoff, or if it was better for us to give up Objective Red and redeploy the entire team to make a last stand at Objective Yellow.
Is red starting to hold?
Yeah. They're smoking. Yeah, they're smoking, so they're just gathering for another push.
I'm building up the ups there now. Okay, keep up on red then. No switch needed. Keep up on.
We initially feel that we will be able to hold Objective Red for those last 10 minutes of the match and opt against a complete redeployment to Objective Yellow.
Radio secure up.
1 mark. Enemy mortars on the 1 mark.
Okay.
However, persistent bombardment by enemy mortars deals heavy casualties to our defending forces, and it becomes evident that our team will not be able to hold Objective Red without respawns. 56 minutes, guys.
Enemy contact southeast by MG Ridge Delta 841.
Roger that, Catsmer, southeast. Guys, we have enemy contact southeast of us. They're going to push from the southeast now.
1 minute to decide if it's worth holding red or not. We're losing this red radio already, so... Ish. Yeah, no,
It's down to 3/4.
We need to move.
JC,
You
can't
respawn
spawn at the RDM.
Move to yellow.
Guys, if you're down, do not respawn. Do not respawn.
Respawn. Get the fuck off of red. Get off of red. Get off of red. Respawn. Full respawn.
Everybody respawn, Foxtrot 8. Everybody respawn, Foxtrot 8. So ultimately, our team decides to abandon Objective Red and fully redeploy to Objective Yellow. Meanwhile, the Objective Blue radio lasted for most of the match, but was unfortunately discovered by a small enemy recon element and destroyed.
We got an LAV back on yellow. Sounds like north.
Respawning in 83 seconds.
Cool. A bunch of my guys, the timer is gonna go over the cutoff.
Affirm.
And you can hear there, to my utter dejection, I and about half of my squad are unable to die and respawn in time to make the cutoff. This leaves me out of the rest of the match.
I got a few guys with me. Just tell me what you want us to do. I can run it from here.
Dude, it's your game now. However, I am happy to report that Objective Yellow was able to hold until the end of the event. Index.
Index, woo woo!
Good work, guys. Hey, Index, good work, guys. So the final outcome of this event is that the enemy was able to take 2 out of 3 objectives. Objectives Red and Blue fell, while Objective Yellow remained standing. I did find myself wondering if it was the right call to abandon Objective Red, but after thinking about it, my current opinion is Yes, I think the defense on Objective Red would have collapsed very quickly without respawns, unless we got very lucky. The loss of Objective Red would have also meant the loss of 2.5 squads that would have been unable to help defend Objective Yellow. Nonetheless, I think that our holding on to Objective Red for as long as we did was what ultimately prevented the enemy from having enough time to wear down and take Objective Yellow. And here's the scoreboard: 9 incapacitations, 8 kills, and 4 deaths for me. I was honestly surprised at how many kills I got in this game. I don't know when, where, or how I got 9 incapacitations, but I guess a lot of my blind shots through foliage and the multitude of frag grenades I threw found their marks. Overall, I think our team did extremely well planning and working together in this event. The terrain analysis was pretty on point, but I think we didn't give the possibility of a northern attack enough consideration. Remember that you can support the channel by liking, subscribing, and commenting down below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.